Hello children, in previous class we have studied about vitamins, minerals that is micro and macro and roughage and water. Let's continue with the lesson. Next is testing for nutrients in the food. Different food items offer or have different nutrients. There are simple tests to find their presence in the given food atom. These tests help us to identify the food atom rich in specific nutrients. First one is test for carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are found in our food mainly in the form of sugar and starch. Let's test the presence of both sugar and starch. First one is test for sugar. Sugar is a simple carbohydrate. It is present in fruits and other sweet items. Its presence can be tested with the help of Benedict's solution. Benedict's solution is blue in color. It turns green when we add to solution with low content of sugar. It turns yellow color for food atom with medium content sugar, and it turns brick red color for food atom high in sugar content. Hello everyone, now we will see the test for starch. It is iodine crystal. Okay, crystals of iodine. It is potato. If we rub this iodine crystal on a piece of potato, the surface of a potato, it turns into bluish blackish in color. Blue blackish in color. It indicates the presence of starch in the food, given food or in the potato. Okay, next test is test for fats. If we apply oil on a paper, then oil spreads. Okay, we can't able to read the letters. Okay, so then it indicates the presence of fat in a given food sample. Next test is test for proteins. Proteins can be tested by using copper sulfate solution and caustic soda or sodium hydroxide solution mixture. Food rich in proteins such as egg white, milk and beans turns violet in color in presence of copper sulfate solution and followed by caustic soda solution. Next one is balanced diet. The amount of food a person uses in a day is called his or her diet. A diet that contains all the essential nutrients in the right amount as they required by the body is called balanced diet. No single food can provide all essential nutrients to make the diet complete. To have a balanced diet, we should include food from all four groups of food. These are milk group. Milk group includes milk and milk products such as cheese, butter, paneer and curd. Meat group. It includes meat such as chicken, fish and lamb. Meat substitutes such as beans, pulses, nuts, seeds and peas can also be included. Next one is fruits and vegetable groups. It includes raw and cooked fruits and vegetables. Grain group. Next one is grain group. It includes cereals and breads. The requirement of balanced diet varies from person to person or individual to individual. It depends on age, gender, male or female, type of a work one does and the present health status. As compared to elder people, children require more protein-rich food for their growth and more carbohydrates and fats to provide energy for their physical activities. A person doing desk job needs less carbohydrate as compared to an athlete or laborer. A pregnant woman requires a diet rich in all the nutrients for the growth of her unborn baby. Next is deficiency diseases. Deficiency means lack of, less amount of. Eating food that is not rich in essential nutrients can result into various nutrient deficiencies in the body. The deficiency of these nutrients over long period can cause diseases. Such diseases that are caused due to lack of nutrients in the diet are called deficiency diseases. Deficiency diseases cannot be transmitted from one person to another person. Can anybody tell me example of disease that cannot be transferred from one person to another person? Very good. Blood pressure, sugar. Deficiency of carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are the main source of energy. Lack of carbohydrates in the diet results in lack of energy and low stamina to perform any physical work. Lack of carbohydrates in a diet may also result in low blood sugar level. This makes person tired, light-headed and confused. A person with more physical work need to use more carbohydrates. About 50% of our diet should contain complex carbohydrates. Players are given glucose for instant supply of energy to stay energetic in the field and perform better while playing the games. Next is deficiency of protein. Growing children need more proteins in their diet than other age group. Deficiency of protein usually occur in children. Lack of protein in the diet results in weak muscles and affects growth and development. Deficiency of protein leads to disease called kwashiorkor. A child suffering from kwashiorkor may have some or all the following symptoms. First one is large pot-like belly, stunted growth, hair discoloration, color of hairs changed to white, swelling of face and limbs, especially feet, mental retardation, diarrhea or loose motion, and skin diseases. It occurs due to deficiency of proteins, thus intake of proteins may cure the disease. Deficiency of protein along with carbohydrates is called protein energy malnutrition. It leads to marasmus. Marasmus is more common among infants and children below 5-year age. A child suffering from marasmus may have some symptoms. Very thin, shows slow body growth, prominent ribs, loss of appetite means digestion, lack of energy, mental retardation, poor muscle development and weak legs. All this happen due to deficiency of both carbohydrates and proteins. Consumption of high carbohydrate and protein rich diet may help to cure this condition. To prevent this disease, the government of India has started programs such as the Integrated Child Development Scheme and Midday Meal Scheme in the school.